When I was a kid, living in Africa in the Ivory Coast, sometimes I was referred to as, oh, that American girl, because my mother is American. And when I would come back to the States every summer, sometimes my friends would refer to me as, oh, the African girl. So I was always not quite both at the same time. Um, and I just wanted to, now that I have been living in the United States for full time for almost 18 years now, I want to bring forth more of my African girl stories and ideas and dreams and wishes. Well, I lived in Africa until the time that I was 12 years old. I was born in the United States, but my father's from the Ivory Coast, West Africa, so we lived there until I was 12, but almost every summer we would come back to the States to visit my grandparents. I haven't really figured out a way to balance them, but I think that I can kind of exist in both at the same time. Um, Growing up, when people asked me, like, what are you? I would say I'm half and half. Half American, half African, half black, half white. So I think I still can exist in multiple worlds. I also want to bring a positive image of Africa to people living in America because we always hear about all the bad things happening there. And it seems like a place that people around the world take pity on people in Africa and their horrible situations. But in my illustration, I want to bring forth the positive things that really innovative, creative people are doing in Africa, and they're changing their world. When I'm trying to teach kids about Africa, I show them the things that they already know. They know about the wild animals that live in Africa. They probably know what some of the people look like in Africa, but I also want to show them something different. I want to teach them that Africa is not one humongous country with not with that speaks one language, and there's more than one language and one culture. And I also want to show them things that they don't know about Africa. Like when I say I lived in Africa, the first thing people ask me is, "Oh, did you have a pet monkey?" Or, "Oh, did you have a lion in your backyard?" And I always like to say, "Well, no, I lived in an apartment building, a high-rise building, and we drove in a car to go to school, and we had air conditioning, and we went to the beach for fun, and we played sports for fun." So I like to show um, the things that are different about Africa and the things that are the same that American kids can identify with, like going to the beach or playing sports or hanging out with friends. Because at the end of the day, I think we have to realize that no matter how different our cultural differences are, we are all people, and people enjoy the same things. They enjoy camaraderie, they enjoy food, they enjoy fun, they enjoy sports, they enjoy learning and reading and influencing each other. So I try to show that as well. Some children, when I say, "Can you name any countries in Africa?" they will be able to name a couple, or some will not have any idea and they'll say Spain or Mexico. So I guess it depends on what the kids have been influenced by in the past, and just show them, okay, well, you might know something about Africa, but let me show you a little bit more.